Hey there, hi there. Not Hyde here. And today, we're going to be playing a game called Headhole. Headhole happens to be a sort of visual novel interactive fiction experience. Headhole. Warning. This game touches on subjects of / heavily alludes to domestic violence, murder, suicide, grief, and guilt. Viewer discretion is advised. Technically, player discretion should be advised, but in this case it works out for me because you're my viewers. I hope that in my writing I take these subjects in a well-portrayed and appropriate manner. I don't know if appropriate really matters. Yeah. Not when I'm playing the game. I understand and am oh so prepared. Okay, what do we have here? You stand on the kitchen tile, your eyes glued to the ground. You've been standing here for what felt like a million years as a slow trickle of blood finally touches your shoe. It all happened so fast. You and your wife were arguing. You've always argued, yet you took it too far. It was just a push, your head hitting the counter hard. The only reason you're starting to process things is because of your tennis shoes soaking up the blood pooling on the floor. Your eyes finally move down. First of all, I would never wear tennis shoes. This is a gross mischaracterization of myself. Tennis shoes are awful. I'd wear Converses, but they're not tennis shoes. No. Her body was slumped on the floor. You couldn't see the wound, but it seemed a lot of blood was coming from her blonde hair. You needed to do something. You needed to help her. Falling to your knees, you decide to check her wound, shake her, or call her name. Now, I am called Dr. Jekyll. But I need to remind you all, I do not have a medical license. It was revoked a very long time ago. But blood is one of the humors, so I know what to do. We need to shake her, violently and vigorously, to make sure all of the bad humors come out of her. Shake her. You decide to shake her. You used what strength you had left to shake her body. Everything felt like jelly. Your fingernails dug into her arm as you shook her. She was so cold. She's cold. She's too cold. You decide to shake her again. Make sure we get all of that warm blood out of her. You hold her in your arms. She's still cold. You decide to shake her again. She's still cold. Okay, this is doing nothing. Let's make sure we check the wound. Maybe it got infected. You carefully push her hair back. The counter corner had stabbed right into the back of her neck. Her blood on your hands as you attempt to stop it with them. It's cold, her body. Your hands are shaking as you use your jacket sleeve to stop some bleeding. What are you doing? That's right, we really shouldn't be moving, I say after shaking her. Here's a little tip for you, viewers out there. You don't want to shake someone who has a neck or head injury. That's bad for them. It could make things worse. So don't do that. We should have probably done none of these things. Checking her wound would have moved her neck and head. Not a great idea. If she was bleeding, we could have lifted her head gently, trying to minimize the amount of movement of the bones themselves, and compressed something against the bleeding of the wound to staunch it. Yeah, that's what we should have done. Call her name. Please. What is the name? Get up, hon. You shove her, her body limp and cold. You feel like you need to vomit. Don't do it on the corpse. That's a rookie mistake. She's so cold. Her blood's staining on your pants. What are you doing? Well, she's dead. She's dead, Jim. She's dead. She's dead and you killed her. Yeah, technically it's manslaughter at this point. It was an accident, not premeditated. You know she won't come back. Well, science has ways of doing that. Everything is spinning. You pull yourself up from the same counter that still had her blood on it. This was never meant to happen. You finally stand up. Your legs are shaking. Your clothes are covered in blood. You're so fucking sick. You needed to do something, anything. Oh. Oh, we have options here. Seeing as I'm not a trained medical professional, we should call the police to make sure she's actually dead and we're not burying her alive. But at the same time, I never liked her, did I? This might be a golden opportunity. We can put her inside of the wall with a black cat. No one will ever find the body, so long as we're not too arrogant to lead the police to it. Right, Poe? Hide the body. You need to get your keys and wallet. Your wallet is on the kitchen counters, and your keys are in the living room. It all feels so eerily quiet in the house. Bathroom. Wash the blood off. Your shoes track blood on the tiled floor. Maybe you should change clothes and shower. Medicine cabinet. You open the medicine cabinet. Prescriptions for you and her. Blood pressure meds, antidepressants, painkillers. I don't really like habitual or recreational drug use, so we're not going to do that. No. I say after creating a draft that turns my body into a monstrous form with red hair. So gross. Go back, the bathroom echoes the single step you took in it. You look around at the bathtub. It's your bathtub, nothing too fancy. We don't need a shower. Toilet. It's gross. She would always clean it, a ring of yellow staining around the inside of the bowl. You felt so sick. Well, better out than in here. Vomit. You finally vomit, the knot in your stomach being shot into the toilet. It's not how that works. I'm pretty sure we just relieved some of the humors in our body. You haven't even eaten breakfast, but you feel yourself getting emptier. Yeah, you're probably full of gastric juices. Those are probably out of your stomach. You're probably dehydrated. You might want to get something for that. Your body twitches as you quietly stare down at the mess you made, feeling your body retch and shiver ever so slightly. You feel like you got a weight out of your body. The bathroom echoes the single step you took in it. Toilet. I already vomited. Oh, it smells like bleach a little. No, it doesn't. Not anymore. It smells like sylvite and gastric juices. Yeah. Go back. We're going to the living room. We need to get our keys and our wallet. Living room is quiet. The TV is off. It all feels so empty. Your keys are somewhere here. Where would I keep my keys? Probably this safe, so no one could find my keys, and no one could invade my private spaces. It's your gun safe. Best not to bother it. The living room is quiet. The TV is off. I'm pretty sure it's in the safe. Well, you know what? It's in the walls. I put it in the walls. You look around at the wall decor. A lot of the decor was put up by your wife. There's a photo of you and her on the wall. You're smiling. She's smiling. The living room is quiet. The TV is off. It all feels so empty. Okay, let's check the couch. Maybe they fell out of our pockets. It's a nice comfy couch. You feel as if you sit in it, you'll never get up. You notice your phone wedged between the cushions. Take the phone. You grab your phone, sliding it into your pocket. Now people can track us with a GPS chip in our phone. Great. The living room is quiet. Yes, our keys are... Well, we only have one place left, the coffee table. There's a lot of miscellaneous things on the table. A few books and magazines, a potted plant that desperately needs to be watered, and your keys that you left there yesterday. I don't like leaving keys on coffee tables. It's not a very good place to put them. What I like to do is get a nail and put my keys up somewhere near the door, right? It doesn't have to be on a nail. Sometimes I've used like little coat hanger thingies, you know? And you put the key ring around the coat hanger part. Yeah, well, I don't know if you'll understand what I'm talking about. They're like little wooden racks with hooks on them. Those kind of coat hangers. Those are nice for having keys right next to your door. That way you'll never forget them. Yeah. Take the keys. You take your keys and quietly put them into your pocket. The living room is quiet. Yes, I know that. Go back. Let's get our wallet. Oh, use the phone. Your phone is shaking in your hand. You feel a knot in your throat. You decide to call the police? Call one of your parents. I don't know if either of these are very good, you know? Fine. We'll call one of our parents to gloat about this murder. You try to phone your mom, but it's also going to voicemail. Her voice comforts you. Your phone is shaking in your hand. You feel a knot in your throat. Go back. You can feel your heart beating through your ears. You decide to... Kitchen? This is where it all started. You don't want to look down. Your wallet is somewhere here. It's definitely in the utensil drawer. You open a drawer. Spoons, forks, knives. Knives! You remember a bad day. You were violent. She grabbed a knife. So it's self-defense then. Yes. Let's plant a knife on her body and call the police. She was so scared of you. It smells so bad in this room. It's so hard to ignore. Your wallet is somewhere here. Is it on the body? Oh, I know what happened. She mugged us, and then we defended ourselves. She stole our wallet. Your eyes slowly drag down at the body. Her hair covers her face. You don't want to see her face. Just looking at her makes you want to vomit. I know, she was such a horrible person, wasn't she? It smells so bad in this room, it's so hard to ignore. Your wallet is somewhere here. You said in the counter, but let's check the cabinet. Like, this seems unrealistic, but if you murder someone, oftentimes you will feel disoriented, and you will just not know what you're doing for a good while. I know, it happens to all newbies. You'll get over it. After a couple times, it gets a lot easier. You open the cabinet. Dishes and mugs are on one side, while plastic wrap, tinfoil, snacks, and other miscellaneous things. I assume those are on, like, the other side? Sure, why not? Let's check the counter. It's messy. Bills and mail are scattered on it. A bowl of fruit rests in the middle. You ignore the blood stain that's now dried in the corner of the counter. We're gonna have to clean that up. Probably with some kind of really strong cleaner. The more we let the blood soak in, the harder it's going to be to destroy the trace evidence. Yeah, that's not gonna be great. Especially when the indent of the counter is going to match the fractures in my wife's skull. That's definitely going to put us away if that's found. We have to be very careful here. We're going to have to do some remodeling, for sure. You see your wallet resting on it. Take the wallet. You take your wallet and put it in your pocket. It smells so bad in this room, I know. Now the body. Why are you looking at her again? You've already done enough. It smells so bad in this room. It's so hard to ignore. Don't look down, 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 don't look down. Your wallet is somewhere here. I already have the wallet. Counter? Such a mess to look at it. I know. Body. Why are you looking at her again? You've already done enough. Do you miss me? Blank, 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 blank? You think she's speaking, but you know she isn't. She's been dead for over an hour. It smells so bad in this room, it's so hard to ignore. Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. Look down. Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. What else can we find on the body? Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it. I guess we're gonna have to go start the car. We need to, I guess, go to the living room. Everything moves with each breath you take, as if her soul made this house feel alive. You can smell rot, even here. It's way too early for rot, it's only been an hour. The living room is quiet, the TV is off, it all feels so empty. I already have everything. What are you talking about? Safe? No? You decide to... bathroom? Okay, I guess we have to take a shower first, which makes no sense to me. We're gonna have to move a bloody body. We're gonna end up with blood all over ourselves. Take a shower. You take anything you had in your pockets before stripping, taking a hot shower. So I take everything in my pockets into the shower with me? I assume you mean out of my pockets. That's okay. Your head pressed up against the wall as the sound of water consumes your senses. Be like water, my friend. The bathroom echoes the single step you took in it. I don't think it did. Go back. You can feel your heart beating through your ears. Go out? Go out. You leave the house, the stench of death and iron being replaced with the morning air. Oh, no good. We wasted too much time. The sun was still up. You found yourself squinting. Quickly, you get into your car. You go? Wait, what? We need to take the body. Back home. Go to the kitchen. Grab the body. Fine. Okay, go out. How would you get rid of a body, people? Hydrofluoric acid. I think hydrofluoric acid would be your best bet. Lye could work. Drain cleaner. It would take a while. It's not instantaneous like you'd see on television, is it? Then again, we could just bury it. No, we need to destroy the bone evidence. The bone shows fractures, consistent with our countertop. That's not good. To the hardware store. Driving to your local hardware store, there's a lot to look at. I need something to cut her up with. Also tape and trash bags. No, you don't want to cut her up. What are you thinking about? This is going to look so suspicious. What was this, your first murder, kid? Come on. Fine. Small tools section. We're gonna get up close and personal. We're gonna do some yard work. That's what we're gonna say. If we're gonna do it this way. Where to look? The small tools section had an array of screwdrivers, nails, hammers, etc. We want a handsaw. Your eyes get caught on two things. The duct tape and trash bags. This is a horrible idea. This is going to get tracked. This is absolutely going to get tracked. Why are you doing this? You could go to two separate stores. Why are you buying them? Oh, first timers, I swear. This be good enough. Driving to your local hardware store, there's a lot to look at. Yes, okay, great. Why would we want to look at drills? The drill section is nothing too special. Many different drills, nothing that catches your eye. You decide to go back. Driving to your local hardware store, there's a lot to look at. Big tools. Big tool section is filled with so many different large-scale tools. Buzzsaws, chainsaws, axes, etc. But one specific subsection caught your eye. The bone saws. Small hand saws with red and blue handles, mostly used for butchers. I might as well just call the police on myself at this point. Like, if I buy a bone saw, tape, and trash bags, odds are, depending on how bloody I look, I'm going to get questioned. I'm going to get reported. This transaction will definitely be reported to the police. And when my wife goes missing, when I have to report her missing, I will be suspect number one for buying a bone saw, like a bonehead. But let's do it. You pick up the saw, placing it in your basket. This would be good enough. How pathetic are you? Well, I don't know. Is it pathetic? I think it's admirable if you're going to chop up a body into little tiny pieces. You have to get up close and personal. That's right. You have to get very, very intimate with the body. Yes. Driving to your local hardware store, yes. Okay, we bought them, I assume. You decide to leave, paying for anything you bought before going back into your car. To the park. Park your car on the side of the road, the trees rustling in the wind. It's still so sunny and nice out. The air is crisp. It's barely 10 a.m., isn't it? You sit on a bench and take a breather. It's nice. It's relaxing. You just killed somebody. You finally stand and go back to your car. You go to take a drive. Let's scout out for body locations. We need somewhere nice and out of the way. That way, the cleaners that we didn't buy have enough time to dispose of the corpse. You start driving around just to breathe, just to think. You think about today, everything that you've done, what you're going to come home to. You know there's no easy way out of this. Is this even comforting? You're done with driving around for now. Go back home. Back home, you can feel your heart beating through your ears. To the kitchen. Yes, okay. The body. Why are you looking at her again? You've already done enough. But I have to chop her up. I have to go and chop her up. I have to chop her up. Why aren't you letting me chop her up? Use the phone. Phone is shaking in your hand. Call your parents. No? Why can't I chop her up? Go out. We bought everything. We bought everything we needed. I'm confused. To the bathroom? Bathtub? Oh, okay. You look around at the bathtub. It's the tub. We should not be chopping up the body in our bathtub. Bathtubs are going to be like the first place people are going to look for blood. Like anywhere with a drain. This is really stupid. Okay, it's the tub. Chop up the body. Everything has been leading up to this dreaded moment. You move to the kitchen to pick up her body. She's limp and cold. Gently, you place her in the bathtub. You realize that you need to grab one more thing to keep blood from getting everywhere. You remember you have plastic wrap in the kitchen. You can feel your heart beating through your ears. Her heart shouldn't be beating, so it's not like there's going to be a spray of blood. Well, maybe a little bit. It's under pressure, but it's not going to be like pressured, right? Alright, let's go to the plastic wrap here. Dexter we ain't, but we're gonna try, you know? We're gonna chop up her body into little bitty bits, and then we're going to pour hydrofluoric acid over the bones to make sure they dissolve. Her skull's the most important thing, her skull and neck. That's where the fractures are going to be, right? Yeah. Chop up the body. You have everything you need to start. You take off your clothes, grabbing the bone saw you bought. Begin. It all starts coming out, a viscous red. You saw and saw. You can't stop now. You have to keep going. Keep going. You're breaking her body apart. Her arms, her legs, her head, her torso. Your hands are stained with her blood. The smell of iron leaches into your nose and your eyes water. Keep going. You see the blood going down the drain, turning on the shower to wash her body off. You peel the torn bits of clothes that had once covered her body and put them into one of the big trash bags. Ooh, rookie mistake. We should not have been cutting her body apart with her clothes on like this. When you murder someone like this, you have to get rid of the fibers and particulates, right? Instead, when you cut into a body with their clothes on, you risk trapping fibers in the wounds, right? You risk the saw blades putting those fibers in the wounds, indicating that, you know, she was wearing this clothing. And if we don't get rid of the clothing at the same place, that can result in you having some fibers left over. In, say, your drain, if you put them in the bathtub like an idiot. Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Don't do this. Hyde's not gonna like me, not gonna like me talking about these things on his channel. But, I feel like it's important to tell you that this murder is not happening very cleanly. It's definitely a first-timer. Doesn't know what he's doing, yeah. Well, technically it's manslaughter, and, I guess... What would it be? Interfering with an investigation by disposing of evidence? Yeah. Obstruction, I guess. We would have been fine with a manslaughter charge, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure a jury would have been angry at us, but it's fine, you know? It was a heated moment, and she came at us with a knife after stealing our wallet. That's the story I'm going with. We really should have just planted, like, a knife on her hand or something, and closed it around her hand, and called it self-defense and been done with it. This is really, like... This is really a parade of errors, right? Like, it's a whole circus. You keep going, you see the blood going down the drain, turning on the shower to wash her body off. sending particulates down the drain to be collected at a later date. You peel the torn bits of clothes that had once covered her body and put them into one of the big trash bags. It's almost done. You just need to keep going. She laid in the tub, even though you threw up earlier, that knot once again built into your stomach. You need to wrap up her pieces. The blood smell is so strong. Wrap her up. Oh, this is not great. If we wrap her up like this, we're not going to be able to pour hydrofluoric acid on her body parts. We're not going to be able to dispose of them. The plastic is going to keep everything nice and contained for future investigators. When they find the body, it's not going to be great. Oh, this is going to be awful. Wrap her up. You take the plastic wrappers, you begin to wrap each and every piece of her body with it. You can't bear to look at her head as you wrap it up. Each part is neatly wrapped in layers of plastic wrap. You're sick. So fucking sick. I've heard that one before. But you keep going. You have to keep going. Put her away. You take trash bag after trash bag, putting each piece of her in multiple large bags. You robotically keep putting bag into bag into bag until you run out of the roll. Not great. There's going to be a lot of evidence collected in those bags, and I don't think one bag is going to be too much different from 2 or 3. She fit into 4 neatly tied... Oh, I see. I see, we have multiple bags. She fit into 4 neatly tied, multi-layered bags. You wash the blood off your body, off the tub, off of anywhere else that has blood on it. You bleach the whole bathroom. You wipe the bags down with bleach. You forgot about the countertop in the kitchen. You don't stop until the iron stops leaching into your nose. You take the bags down along with her medication, her keys, her phone, her shoes. Now you have one more job to do. Take her out. It's around 6 p.m. when everything is all said and done. The sun was just setting as you put the bags in the trunk along with her important items. We're not going to leave her in like our garbage can. We could have just left her in our garbage cans, you know? I think it would have been fine. No one would expect us to dispose of our wife in a garbage can. Yeah, I'm sure that would have been fine. Going into your car, you drive and drive and drive. You need to go somewhere secluded, somewhere far. Yeah, you end up parking near a local trail. No one was out, and slowly but surely, each bag was pulled out from the trunk and walked deep into the woods before being dumped. We didn't even make a grave? Are you kidding me? You put the bags in different areas before driving back. You clean your house. It all smells like bleach and cleaning products. You'll report her missing and hope for the best. You're getting caught. There's no way you're not getting caught there, buddy. Today's top story is now under arrest as prime suspect in his wife's disappearance. Early Monday morning, Mr. Blank reported his wife missing after not coming home after an argument that they had that Saturday. Police say that Blank was cooperative in the beginning until remains were found. A hiker around the area while going off the Blank trail found a single black trash bag in the middle of the woods. It was suspected an animal had chewed through this bag as a small hole revealed blood and possible bone fragments. I told you they'd find the bones. I told you they'd find the bones. We needed to get rid of them. You didn't listen to me. The hiker reported his findings to police and wished to remain anonymous. As of now, only 2 trash bags have been discovered in the area, but there is suspected to be more. Mr. Blank has chosen to remain silent and has been in contact with a lawyer ever since his arrest. More updates on this case will be posted on our site. In other news, Narcan and what you can do to stop an overdose. More on OTZ News, ending B. Selfish. Yeah, we didn't do very well with disposing of the corpse, unfortunately. I don't think we even had to dispose of the corpse. Like, I feel like this would have just been a manslaughter charge. It's quite possible that we would have had very minimal jail time. And instead now we have a lot larger of a jail time. If you ever accidentally kill someone, you should report it immediately and not tamper with the crime scene. Especially when it's not premeditated or with a weapon. These accidental murders or these manslaughters are a lot easier to deal with. That time in prison is a lot shorter. Yeah. So, I don't know. It was a good story, I think. Clearly, it dealt with the themes of a first-time murderer. And first-time murderers are going to be panicked. They are probably going to be looking through cabinets and counters and things like that. So I think it was pretty well portrayed. I had a good time. I would give that 4 out of 5 cigarettes. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it too. And now, I'll see you all next time. Jekyll, out.